Heyo. Gonna do that. Show player. Right. Gonna have a whole list of points that I want to have up. Well, actually, no. That's gonna go here. Uh, Shoot. I really need to get. Alright, alright, alright. So, yeah, so if you guys have any like observations that you want to make, I'm just gonna be pulling up screenshots for this, and I'm gonna be making points on basically a Google Doc that I'm gonna make available, and I'm also gonna post this to YouTube so people can watch this after. So, yep, this is gonna be hella interesting. Mario Strikers Battle League changes. So, right. I guess we're just gonna go about this in chronological order. It's gonna be insane. Oh, hey, thanks Wanda for the follow. Uh, right. So, I guess I'll just, hold on. I should probably check. I mean, if it's the audio, right? It's not gonna suck too bad. You know what? We're just gonna mute the desktop audio. So I don't want to risk this thing and this like any of this getting down, but except for the screenshots. That's the one thing that I will say. All right. So I mean, I'm pausing this like super early, and I'm gonna be kind of slow and going about like the screenshots and stuff like that. But like, I'm going through this like bit by bit, so you're gonna have to. I apologize for the crappy uh, picture quality, but again, it's something that I do want to bring up. So I'm gonna have, what is this? Battle Dome. So, yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna watch the trailer 12 times a day until a new one comes out. I know, it looks so nice. So, alright, so basically, right, what I'm getting from this, there, it's this really reminds me of either Bowser Stadium or Battle Dome. Not Battle Dome. Battle Dome is the one from SMS that's just enclosed, but it's Bowser Stadium, which I'm gonna pull up a picture for Bowser Stadium. Uh, so come on, give me some sort of image. Bowser Stadium, not Stormship. So it either could be Galactic. Galactic is looking really nice, or it's not Stormship. Where is it? Strikers charged. I can't. Yeah, no. This Bowser Stadium. It's like in a actual like deep space thing. And if you look at the what do you call it? This, it's the same. It's almost like the same thing, but except now they have both feels just in a warp. So don't know what they're going for there. Which, by the way, made by Next Level Games, this is gonna be so good, so good. They kept the original art style and like modernized it, and it's gonna look. It looks amazing. So yeah, I guess first point is new stadium. Which there's gonna be another point that I'm gonna add to new stadium. I cannot type nearly fast enough to get all my thoughts into like one coherent place. Which, hold on. Ooh. Overall stadium looks like. Cool. So there's that, and I'm just gonna put this as a preview for later stadium halves. Oopsie. Right. I'm just gonna look. So I'm at the part where they're just introducing everybody again, which another thing that's the music is so sick. It's so sick. And the items that they're showcasing as well. And I'm going to this is the one time I'm going to allow myself to pop off, and we're gonna put this under the next category of characters. So previous rosters. So for all the previous rosters, the people who aren't returning yet, um, or that have been dropped from the previous game. So you've got Diddy. Diddy got dropped. Junior got dropped. Um, Bowser Jr. I feel like don't really need to clarify that, but so you got Diddy Kong, Bowser Jr. got dropped. Um, PD right now has no appearance in the game whatsoever, so PD got dropped. And really significantly, I think, is Daisy. Daisy is just not here yet, which I think is insane. And but and honestly, because of my like some my own personal opinions, what who they added back in, Toad finally gets promoted. He's been in all three games and is finally like promoted to like captain status, I guess. You're allowed to make him a captain, which is insane. Oh wait, oh yeah, no, one more notable drop. I forgot. Critter, after 2 games, he finally couldn't take any more and just has officially retired. Lol. So Critter's gone. So Toad has been added, and for me, my most favorite addition, Rosalina, my girl. Let's go. Like I've been begging for people to like mod in like the light blue costume for Peach just for the sake of saying, haha, it's funny, it's Rosalina, but she's actually in there. We don't need to mod. It would be funny, but she's there. I'm gonna pull up hold on. Pull up the funny. I don't need to take a screenshot of that. Also, in replacement of Critter, we now have Boom Boom, which I think is interesting. However they program Boom Boom's AI is basically going to determine whether or not this game is going to be more similar to SMS or Super Mario Strikers, which is the first game, SMS, or Mario Strikers Charge, which is MSC. So yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna put something like that there. So yeah, I guess we go on a little bit. Oh, one thing that's like the one of the few. I just noticed something. Okay, this screenshot. I need to. This I felt was really important because this is basic. This could basically mean like introduction of like new tech or like something that you have to be extremely good at just to be good in like the comm scene. So like whatever new comp scene is gonna arise, you may have to be insane at this. So Bowser is sliding into the back of DK and giving him a boost. Like if it's around 25 seconds into the trailer, he slides behind DK and DK goes flying forward and is knocking people out of the way. So it might be an unstoppable boost. That is really critical for like ball possession and that could be an extremely important tool for defense. So again, this is probably like really huge overanalysis, but it could be it could be huge. It could be huge. Have you seen the crosshair when at 50 seconds? I have not seen that yet. We're like 25 seconds of the video. Well, I'm just going gradually along, but this again could be actually insane. So, uh, right. Yeah, no, don't worry about it, Fox. Welcome to the stream, by the way. So let's see. We've got yeah, he knocks Peach and Toad out of the way. Also, it looks like each character gets their own special shot. Oh, and Hyper Strikes. Hyper Strikes is huge. Hyper Strikes. So they've abandoned MSC in this regard, so they are now making it more like the SMS Super Strike, which I think is a lot better. And the way I'm gonna go over this later, the way that they're doing hyper strikes in a way that you can't just spam it to get goals is really good for like competitive balance. I even have a picture of the meter right now. I just need to find it. Ignore that, lol. Um, oh my gosh, I have so many of these. Here, this this picture. So yeah, it's not it's there as big as I can make it. It really mirrors the Super Mario Strikers charge meter, and I'm expecting is what they're gonna do is based on the type of player, like in Mario Strikers Charge, this meter will vary, and maybe depending on which zone you land in, it determines like the likelihood of goal, which again pulls from SMS more. But all the animations, like the on-field animations, are pulled more from Mario Strikers Charge as they're more individualized and not just like one generic animation, which I think is really cool. Uh, yeah, and it's only 2 goals per Mega Strike goal, Super Strike goal, or Hyper Strike goal, which by the way, they have 3 different names for basically the same mechanic. That's gonna trip me up. It's gonna be so funny, but also not at the same time. Uh, right. Then you've got yeah, they go through the entire yeah. Oh, okay, so that's what you were talking about, Fox. So you can actually aim your passes and direct the AI to where you want it to go. That's actually huge. Holy cow. Okay. Honestly, no, that shot was good. Um, no, that shot is actually that's such a good observation. Holy crap. So you have way better passing options now, I'm guessing, from that because I didn't notice it before, but if they also have a lob option of this, your passing options are going to be insane, especially if you aren't able to see like other people's like crosshairs. So it's probably going to be a game of who can score first and who can come up with like really critical stops, which again, insane. So, yep, this is what he was talking about. This crosshair right here. This is just to be able to like direct your passes and have the AI go wherever you want. Like you could have like entire passing plays like just based around like manipulating the AI on the other team so that the other person so like there's probably going to be like some sort of indicator of like who it's who it's going to be like play who the player other player is currently controlling. So if you have some sort of indicator like that, just like you have in SMS and MSC, so you can easily manipulate the other three players into going into certain spots from like ball movement and stuff from like in the backfield over here. And if you can do that, that would be insane. Also, if you have lobs and stuff, you have like better passing options. Strength of the pass, even if you just can control the strength of the pass, right? That's like you could easily mix somebody up with like a soft lob instead of a hard like ground pass. It's completely possible and it's a thing in other games like MSC and in the other two games and it's just like I guess the gameplay of it. Also, it does look like um I don't know, they haven't shown any sort of what do you call it? Any like first to whatever goal uh format yet. So it's gonna in terms of like the people who are coming over from the Discord, which by the way, I'm going to plug the Discord within the chat because that's you should join if you're not in the competitive Discord that we have up. Everybody's popping off right now over this, so get come on, join in the fun of absolutely losing our minds over this. But yeah, if you can like just being able to manipulate the AI and both on like offense and defense is going to be really important, at least in like a competitive sense. In a casual sense, like it's a nice like convenience thing and you have more control over like your own players and stuff. But like in a competitive sense, like all of this will matter and it's going to be nuts. Uh you know what? Yeah. Yeah, let's replace. Uh AI manip- right. Let's see. What else is here? Oh yeah, they also showcase a lob effect from at 55. So I was it. Hmm. Oh yeah, no, it was a homed in pass, so it was a direct pass. Tackles are back. Items, yeah. Hyper shots are again back. Hmm. Yeah. Wait, what was that? Was that a? They have a new slide tackle. Is that just a thing? Oh no. Okay. So it might just be a solo thing? Because it looks like the slide tackle animation is new as well. Uh, I'm gonna have to like put all the pictures like onto this as well. This is just so insane in terms of like the implications for both like just regular play and competitive play. Insane. So you have this. So DK was like setting up for this, and now you just have like an actual like direction that you can control. So you can really control where you're sliding, which I will say in the previous games, unless you were really good, it was really hard to control where exactly you were slide tackling and actually tackling because you Mario Soccer, body everybody, which to a certain point is a strategy, but it's not the best. So yeah, uh, okay, right. Let's see what else. What I will say is Okay, what I will say is another thing that I would like to bring up because it had come up several times in the trailer and I had just had been kind of ignoring it were the items. So the notable items that are back, like the notable items that are back are obviously the shells. Um, there's both a green and a red shell, but as far as I can tell, unless I see otherwise and I just completely missed it, green and red shells are back, but no blue. So the free shells are gone. Also, no triples. No triple shells. Oh yeah. Also no spike shells as well. Uh banana again. It's just one big banana from the trailer. And no multiples. And what else? Is there anything that I missed? Shell. Oh, and then when I go back to mention hyper strikes, which I want to make that's another distinction I want to make. The okay, the biggest difference that I saw in terms of like items from the previous game was the no multiples, so no triple shells, no walls of bananas. When the banana walls I think are really underrated. The other thing was the bombs. So in previous games, bombs would basically just be in SMS they were thrown, so it comes from the character that you're controlling, lands onto the character that you're aiming for, or the nearest opponent character. In MSC, they just fell from the sky directly onto whoever has the ball or whoever was closest to the ball on the enemy team. In this one, it's a homing it's a homing projectile, which I can't exactly really show it without actually showing the video, but it homes in on opponent players like a red shell, which the change is like that. It's really interesting to think of just in terms of like the other what do you call it? The other like iterations of the bomb. And again, no multiples, just big bomb. Uh, did you see the question mark block? The question mark block? Was it in the gameplay? Hold on. I'll go through it real quickly. Uh On 205. Is 205 the artwork? 205. Yeah, I'll skip up ahead to 205. Oh my god. You're right. Damn, okay. No, that's actually okay. So they're changing it up from items from the previous game then. That's insane. So yeah, there it is. Item box. So you're gonna be getting items from the item box, and no, you're no longer gonna have to worry about timing your. I mean, you're still gonna have to worry about timing your hits. I'd imagine there's some sort of penalty for that, but like, if because the fact is, if there isn't, then the game just comes completely brain dead. You just spam hit whenever you're near somebody without having to worry about the consequences. Also, it changes like shot dynamics and stuff. I wonder if they're gonna take out like some like previous scoring, like almost guaranteed scoring methods. So yeah, thank you for pointing out the item box. Also, again, Condoriano, welcome to the chat. Welcome. If you could please follow, that would be great. Because I'm definitely going to be doing, like, whenever a new trailer of this comes out, I'm definitely going to be doing more like content on this. Because this could be the start of something huge. Yeah, I actually think that's really important, so we're gonna put that up here. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna fill this out more with like actual like gameplay like real gameplay changes and the implications of them at least. All right, so where was I? All right, and it's time to focus on the first big thing that they showed off, which was the gear. So I'm not gonna go through every single piece of gear. I'll do that in like a what do you call it? In like a separate well, not really separate um list in like just at another time. But they now have gear that changes the stats of your characters, which is huge. Here we are. So yeah, you can see I'm guessing the red is like what it takes away from the normal base stat, and blue is the buff that you get. I think I heard the Wii sound. Oh, really? Oh, that's a cool little Easter egg if they have that. If they have the Wii sound for whenever you receive an item. It would make sense, but also it's just a cool Easter egg in general. So you've got yeah. These like it depending on what stat becomes meta, because I'm assuming there's definitely going to become some sort of meta creation. It's definitely going to be either like some one of these items is definitely going to become like the most like wanted item or something. So like I the two ways I'd imagine it going is either speed or shooting is going to be really crucial, and then passing is going to be like second best after that, because you're not going to be able to pass your way into a goal, but like you might be able to speed around people to get into the goal or shoot your way through. But and then passing is going to be like the second most important stat after that. And technique and strength, I don't really see what the actual implications of that would be in game, but that's something that we'll have to wait for longer down, further down the line. So yeah, right. So you've got the gear. Oh yeah, no, they have. Oh, they have this, which I think is just a really interesting side by side comparison to everything. Which again, we won't know for sure what exactly is having a true effect, like which items are having the biggest effect. But yeah, this is just a general good overview of what each gear does. So yeah, you have maxed out shooting, you have maxed out passing, I'm seeing, and maxed out strength. So it looks like, well, I imagine you can max out each stat and min max based off of that, but I also wouldn't imagine that the extremes are going to be extremely meta. But then again, you wouldn't. We don't really know yet, so we'll see. Um, right. Let's see what else. Here it is. Right. This is another huge thing. There's so many huge things, but like I'm just gonna keep using the word until it dies. Using the phrase over and over. The orb. Ooh, funny orb. This actually really balances out hyper strikes. Um, it's really going to, because the problem with both uh super strikes and mega strikes before it, at least in terms of like a competitive sense, we again the Discord has our own competitive scene where we hold basically worldwide competition, and it's great. But the thing is, we had to ban super strikes and mega strikes because of the spammability of mega strikes and how annoying it is to defend in terms of MSC. And in SMS, the spammability again of super strikes, and you fully like it fully discount it feels like it discounted the hard work of somebody who doesn't play with mega strikes versus somebody who does, and you're then end up just trying to play for mega super strikes, which it turned it into a really one-dimensional game. However, because hyper strikes are now essentially an item that you have to pick up an orb for just to be able to use, and then you have to execute with said item, it's a really good balance. And it actually would make the mechanic really hype in terms of like this could be like a game changing mechanic to either seal away a game or just break your way back in, which again is really cool. I'm I'm very glad that there's a balance now to it. So yeah. Uh the orb. Because you also just need like you're not gonna get so you're only gonna get so many chances with hyper strikes, and it's the that balance is gonna make it actually insane. Also, I'm not lying when it just says orb, and it's still gonna have the strategic element of you have to do it in a place where the opponent isn't gonna be able to just touch you. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Okay, that's something to bring up for later. Ooh. Yeah, and it looks like it's an auto goal if you execute it perfectly, which is good. Oh yeah, and in terms of Nintendo's what do you call it? In terms of online play, which I think is cool, right? They have oh, you know what? We're just gonna shorten it to multiplayer. 8 people are allowed to play. You can finally do 4v4s, which is insane considering you started like the most you were able to do before is 2v2 or like a 4 on 0 or whatever the balances that you want, which is it's so cool. 4v4s are now possible. And then fully online, you now have what's essentially clan, well, clubs, but in terms of like the older generation coming over to MSC, coming over to MSBL, it's just the reincarnation of Clan Wars, which Again, insane to think about. Uh, yeah, and there's up to 20 people per club. So you could have people going at it. And I'm guessing they said you can take your club to the top of the world. So there's going to be some sort of ranked system because of what? Take your club to the top. So that implies that there's going to be some sort of built-in rank system, at least for the club level. If you can have like actual like individual competition, that also would be insane. Let's see what else. Yeah, world's top club. That yeah, I need to reword that. Lol. Right. So we're 228 in. Yep. So there's the homing bomb. Oh yeah, there it also looks like they have a deke function in as well. So you do have a lot of control over your characters and how they go about like their movement and stuff. Yep. Now, something that I will say, like the last thing that I really want to look at is for the stadium is this bit, the new stadium halves. So I'm not going to be really able to go through everybody because there's only a limited amount, but you have Mario's as what do you call it? Mario just looks like it's a generic thing, but Mario and I know Mario, Bowser, Luigi's is pictured. Um, I think Yoshi's is pictured as well, and I know Donkey Kong is pictured as well. They all have unique stadium halves that are. I'm guessing if you choose them as the captain, that's the stadium that's going to be brought into the Battle Dome. So bringing up the original, like going back to the original picture from the first thing that I introduced, it's that that's why I want to keep saying Battle Dome. It looks like in that dome you're warping in like two halves of a stage to make one stadium, and I don't know if they're gonna give it special properties or whatnot, but it's going to what do you call it? It's going to be really interesting just to see the designs and stuff. Which I will say again, they brought back the original style of Mario Strikers, which again, it's so nice. It's just so nice to look at and to see. Uh, I hope this game becomes like huge. Like I know Nintendo's really not big on having their games having competitive scenes and stuff, but if we can run our own like competitive scenes, it's gonna be amazing just to like go through and just I at least for me personally, I am so ready. Oh, 222, is it also grass or another surface? Ooh, let's see. No, I believe it's still grass, which that's that looks like a Waluigi thing. Or is it Luigi? No, it might be Luigi. I can't really tell because what do you call it? No, but oh, that's so weird. I am so tempted to say it's Waluigi, right? Because Waluigi has in Mario Strikers Charged, he has the wall which like has the thorny vines and whatever. And it looks like there's thorny vines on the thing, but it also looks like it could be like a tombstone on the ground, which would be Luigi, because Luigi's Mansion. But look behind the gate, behind it looks weird. That's why I'm saying it could be Luigi. Again, I will clarify that at some point, but yeah, it's gonna be insane. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I really wanted to talk about with the new game, and I will be posting the list that you see here and any more observations that I make uh on in the description of the YouTube video that I'm gonna put this in. And yeah, thanks for coming. Uh, Hopefully see you around for the new game, and please join our Discord server. It's gonna be insane for the next few months while we wait for this new game, and you're gonna want to be part of the hype. So yeah, see you around.